God uses angels to serve him and us. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. This is part number 2 of our 5-part series as we're looking at prophecy, the prophetic foundation. Let's talk about angels. This is important because the misunderstanding that we can have of angels is that they're something mystical. God uses angels to serve his purpose and also for our benefit. We've got proof of this in Genesis chapter 3, verse 24, where he drove out the man, where we left off in our last study, and he placed in the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. This is a plural form of the word cherub. And a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So here's an example of God using angels for his service. He's using these angels to do his bidding. In this case, they're basically working security to protect the way of the tree of life in order to not perpetuate the fallen nature or the sin that Adam and Eve had fallen into at this point. So it was for their benefit and even for his. Hey family, if you really are being touched by what you're hearing, we appreciate you passing this on to someone else. Make sure you like this video, it helps others find it. Please subscribe to the channel so we can stay in touch. And by all means, we'd love to come to your church, your school, or your group. Just hit us up with an email. That's contact@changeministry.org. Now these angels don't just work for God, but the Bible says they also worship. In Isaiah chapter 6, verse 2, in vision, Isaiah sees the throne of God. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. This is a vision of God, and he sees the seraphim, or the plural of a seraph. He sees these angels that actually have 6 wings, and each pair of those wings have a different purpose or function because they're in the explicit, the direct presence of God. They worship. And in that worship of God, they actually in turn work for us. Because Hebrews says in chapter 1, but to which of the angels said he at any time, sit on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool? Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? Now, clearly, we can't go off the rails with the use of this word spirit. They're not air. These are actual beings created by God. Because remember, we've already read evidence that they're able to guard. They're able to fly. They have wings, and these wings cover faces and cover feet. So these angels, while they are not human, here we see them sent to serve us, to work on our behalf. Everything that they do, it's an act of worship to him. And every way that God calls on them to work in our life and in our sphere is so that we will come to a relationship that's even better than what they have. Because remember, we can work for God and we can worship God, but only we, sinners saved by grace, know what it's like to be saved by God. We have a testimony that they can't even have, but that doesn't stop their mission. In fact, it drives their mission because our success, our salvation, that is a testament to what they believe. And it just goes back to glorify the God that they worship and they serve.